As one of the critical components of infrastructure, energy is imperative for economic growth. India's gamut of energy sources range from conventional sources like coal, natural gas, oil, and nuclear energy to unconventional resources like wind, solar, hydro, and bio-waste. Currently, India imports 80% of its energy needs, comprising fossil sources including crude oil, gas, and coal. This leads to massive amounts of carbon emissions, making the nation the third largest emitter of CO2 globally. The carbon intensity of its power sector, in particular, is well above the global average. Additionally, particulate matter emissions are a major contributor to air pollution, which has emerged as one of India's most sensitive social and environmental issue. Globally, India ranks fourth in renewable energy capacity. India has retained its third rank on the EY Renewable Energy Country Attractive Index 2021. During the COP26 at Glasgow, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reinforced the following ambitious targets towards sustainability and energy independence. India will take its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts by 2030. 50% of the country's energy requirements are expected to be met from renewable energy by 2030. By 2030, India expects to reduce the projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons. By 2030, India projects to mitigate the carbon intensity of its economy to less than 45%. By 2070, India aims to achieve the target of net zero emissions. Thanks to rising incomes and improving living standards, India is also the world's third largest energy-consuming country. Energy usage has doubled since 2000, with 80% of demand still being met by coal, oil, gas, and solid biomass. On a per capita basis, India's energy usage and emissions are less than half the world average, as are the other key indicators, including vehicle ownership, steel, and cement output. As India recovers from a COVID-induced slump, it re-enters a dynamic period in its energy development. India targets to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025, with increasing urbanization and industrialization. This growth, coupled with the policy push for Make in India, electric vehicles, green hydrogen, etc., is accelerating the country's energy demand. To meet the rise in demand for electricity over the next 20 years, India would require adding a power system the size of the European Union to what it has now. India needs to be economically stable and independent to become a global power. Economic stability comes when a nation relies on its natural resources for energy generation, a key driver of predominant industries like steel, transport, fertilizer, chemicals, etc. To propel this growth, Greenko, a leading clean technology and energy storage player in India, and amongst the top 5 players globally in providing accelerated energy transition solutions. Greenco is evolving a digitally enabled 3-tiered ecosystem consisting of diversified generation infrastructure with an operating capacity of 7.3 gigawatts, cloud storage solutions of 100 gigawatt-hour cycle capacity per day, and green molecules with a capacity of 10 gigawatts. Greenco is also vertically integrating into strategic manufacturing of 5 gigawatts of electrolyzers and solar modules. Greenco Group is committed to creating more smiles per watt. The group, with an existing asset base of $10+ billion, aims to transform renewable energy from real-time energy to a dispatchable and controlled medium through digitally enabled cloud storage solutions to support the economy-wide drive for deeper decarbonization across sectors in the country. Greenco, the largest storage and green molecule platform globally, focuses on 4 key aspects of transforming the energy ecosystem as part of its growth strategy. Diversified energy generation, cloud storage solutions, green molecules, digital services, and strategic manufacturing. Greenco started as an independent power producer of renewable energy and is now a leading player in solar, wind, and hydropower generation, renewable assets maintenance, and commercialization and execution of large-scale renewable energy projects. Greenco generation business has demonstrated a 35% capacity growth year-on-year. Greenco's cutting-edge cloud storage facilities comprise a new-age green energy ecosystem. Its revolutionary pump hydro storage plants, PSPs, are economical, long-duration storage assets with a scaling capacity of a whopping 100 gigawatt-hour cycle capacity per day. These large-scale assets provide various energy solutions including firm energy, peak power, energy storage services, and ancillary services for grid management. The company aims to hold a 20 to 25% energy storage market share by 2030. The company uses integrated renewable energy with the pump storage facility to produce green hydrogen and associated engineered molecules such as green ammonia, green methanol, etc. for the industrial market decarbonization. By 2030, Greenco aims to have a 40% share of the green molecule market. Greenco's digitally enabled model helps predict power and energy requirements for various energy solutions, thereby optimizing the storage performance and end-to-end execution of the process. Our unique energy transition process is an end-to-end ecosystem, from manufacturing solar panels using silicon chips and laying solar and wind farms for energy production, to building large-scale PSPs for firming energy, to producing green molecules. Production of green hydrogen through the alkaline electrolysis process requires a continuous supply of power for optimal results. However, the renewable power supply is intermittent and unsteady and depends on the availability of natural resources throughout a 24-hour span. The unsteady direct power supply is supplemented with the more flexible and dispatchable energy stored in the PSPs to ensure a continuous energy supply to the electrolyzer to facilitate water electrolysis. Water electrolysis splits water into oxygen and hydrogen with zero carbon footprint. The green hydrogen produced is then converted into green molecules for decarbonizing industries like fertilizer, refinery, transportation, chemical, steel, and CNG for domestic use. Using its low-cost green hydrogen, Greenco is setting up large green ammonia facilities and building a large-scale green hydrogen fuel station that caters to domestic and export markets. Greenco can cut down approximately 100 million tons of carbon emissions annually with its green initiatives. Greenco is focused on overall community empowerment and participation while building its decarbonization solution platform. Sustainability is integral to Greenco Group's business model, and we aim to create a positive impact on society by having a responsible, long-term, and sustainable approach to investing. The group adheres to performance standards of IFC and ISO standards on quality, environment, health and safety, corporate governance, and information security. The group is proactively engaged in positively impacting the communities around its projects by conserving and nurturing the rich natural resources. We have been working to provide free-of-cost operations and maintenance of 7.5 megawatt capacity of wind turbines at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, one of India's most revered shrines. Partnering for the conservation of the habitat of endangered species. starting an industry-customized skill training program in solar energy at its Skill Development Center in Andhra Pradesh, in partnership with Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation. In our continuous pursuit of supporting next-generation sustainability initiatives, Greenco has entered into a JV with the Center for Materials and Electronics Technology to establish a center for e-waste recycling technologies and support Formula E racing with the objective of energy efficiency and urban decongestion. The group is committed to achieve the UN SDGs and invest in opportunities that can positively impact a global scale and advance the progress of one or more of the SDGs. Greenco Group is a signatory to Climate Pledge and aims to achieve net zero by 2040 or before.